The next part will be our interview with some students at the Gatton Academy. So Maggie and Jonathan, if you would turn your cameras on, that would be great. And as they're doing that, let me say that the Gatton Academy of Mathematics and Science in Kentucky is starting its 18th year. Wow, that hardly seems possible. And the Gatton Academy is a residential program for young people who are residents of Kentucky and who are ready for some more advanced learning opportunities than most high schools can offer. And we have with us two young people who are at the Gatton Academy. Both of them are in their second and final year, right? Yeah. And let's start out by having each of you introduce yourself and give your hometown. So, Maggie,
Hi, I'm Maggie Roughton, and I'm from Paducah, Kentucky, the Paducah Independent School District.
great. Jonathan,
I'm Jonathan Philpott. I'm from Franklin County and Frankfort, Kentucky.
great. And I see two more who can turn their cameras on. Ava, tell us where you're from. Give your name and where's your hometown.
I'm Ava, and I'm from Moorhead, so the Round County School District.
Okay. And Jamie?
Hello, I'm Jaime and from the Bourbon County School District.
Sorry about that, Jaime. Glad you're here. So if you all would leave your cameras on, I will tell you I have not given them the questions that I will ask. So they have every right to not answer a question. I'm not looking for any particular answer, just what it is that is your honest answer. So I'm going to start out asking questions of your elementary school experiences. What is something you remember that a teacher did or made it possible for you to learn that you really enjoyed as an elementary student? And you may go in any order.
I would definitely say that the gifted and talented coordinator for Rowan County, so Mrs. Jenny Jenkins, was present for my gifted and talented education from third grade. So she was really impactful in my elementary school experience. She would, after I received the initial test and qualified for the gifted and talented program, we would go and do activities monthly. So I had many teachers in elementary school that I really enjoyed having as teachers, but she was present from third grade all the way to high school. So she followed me through my entire education, pre-college education, and provided activities and just opportunities to learn some things early. So she was, I think, really fundamental in my education.
Thanks, Ava. We've got lots of gifted resource teachers on this um, call today, so I'm sure some of them are thinking, oh boy, I do make a difference. Anyone else want to share something that was important in your learning? Any
Um,
opportunities for you to do something that let you learn at a faster or higher level?
Something I think that I was able to learn faster or better because of the teachers was probably just math in general, because they made sure that I knew about resources like Khan Academy and um, things similar so that I could take like the tests and do questions that were like above grade level rather than just what we were doing in class. And yeah.
and that is important. Anyone else want to comment on that question?
I'm kind of gonna follow off of what Jonathan said and take it with like the math route, but in a different way. So at our school, we had a GT math class. So it was like a smaller group of kids, and it was a lot more of an accelerated course. So it wasn't like an honors, it was specific to like GT math. And so we had like more coursework and like harder content.
Great, that's important. Jaime, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, like Maggie said, my school had something very similar in that, and that was really exciting for me to like build off of my interest in math.
So let me flip that question around. Was there anything at the elementary level that got in the way of you learning at more advanced levels?
Yeah, I think that there were definitely not many opportunities, no matter like how hard I know my gifted and talented coordinator petitioned for them. There weren't many opportunities to leave the classroom and to be in a setting where we could learn content that wasn't specifically tailored to our grade level. So there were some, but I did feel a lot in elementary school that I could have been doing more, but I wasn't really given some opportunities to do that. And I know that was certainly because of limited resources.
Thanks. Anyone else?
Ava kind of summed it up pretty well for me as well. Like, there weren't many options where we just got to leave the classroom and either learn in a different way from how they were teaching or just other than how it was suited for our grade level.
You've mentioned math opportunities, reading opportunities. Were they there and available for you to learn at whatever level you were ready to learn?
Um, Not as much in like an online way, but we in the library there were books of like higher grade levels, and since we could like check them out anytime, our I guess the opportunities for reading were just reading harder books that might have a higher level reading comprehension level.
Okay. Anyone else? Well, let's move up and look at middle school. What opportunities did you have at the middle school level that really let you learn what you were ready to learn? Anyone?
So at the middle school level, that's when it became a lot more available in going to classes that were meant for higher grade levels. That's where I was able to take like uh, pre-algebra as a sixth grader, which is normally like an eighth grade level class. And I was able to be like ahead in band and things like that.
So with your math, if you had an advanced class at sixth grade, what math did you have at seventh and eighth?
So in seventh grade, I was in geometry, and in Frankfurt, my middle school was right next to the high school. So I would just walk over to the high school to take that class and then walk back. Although the schedules were different, it didn't conflict and like hurt my education. And really,
And would there have been similar opportunities with other content areas?
um, I I think so. Yes, I don't know because I wasn't
But you're a
in the
math guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
although it's a little different since it was during COVID, but my eighth grade year was almost entirely virtual, and I know some of my friends had like an advanced social studies class from the high school and an advanced English class.
Got it. How about any of the others of you? What happened in middle school that was really good or not so good?
I know that, like Jonathan was saying, I had a couple of math classes early as well. I think I took geometry in seventh grade and then algebra one in eighth grade, but that was kind of affected by the pandemic. So I switched to online learning, and uh, that that learning was definitely not as beneficial as being in the classroom with physical teachers. Um, so I think that certainly disrupted maybe how advanced we could have the courses we could have taken.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But I think I remember math was really the only subject where we could take courses early. Any like extra um, education we received in the other subjects came because we would do like field trips, or we would go to the local university and there were professors there willing to give talks about their research interests. So maybe that was a way I got to learn about some topics early, but I would definitely say math was the one that was prioritized in terms of taking courses early.
Okay. Jaime, what was middle school like for you?
In my middle school is more of a time of like exploring and like presenting the options. Like Ava mentioned, my school also did field trips to multiple like local universities specifically, which helped me figure out that I don't really have to go far away to find like a good fit for me. I can go 40 minutes away or I can go an hour away to like EKU and that's still be a good fit for me.
Maggie, anything to add?
I also kind of had an experience like Jonathan and Ava. Like at my school, we did have an emphasis on like early math and taking harder math courses, but we didn't really have that opportunity with any of the other core subjects.
So let's kind of move on to the Gatton Academy. What motivated you to apply for the Gatton Academy?
Um, I would say it was my gifted and talented coordinator. I didn't know that I wanted to pursue STEM, especially in freshman year of high school. But then I realized that Gatton wasn't just an opportunity to pursue STEM, it was like more broadly an opportunity to take more advanced coursework early. So coming into sophomore year, I was kind of realizing that the APs weren't enough. So I was taking like 4 advanced placement classes and still not really feeling like I was being challenged, just that I was kind of receiving more work. Um, and so that's when I began applying for the Gatton Academy and was accepted. And now I'm here, and I can definitely say that I am more interested in STEM now. It's made me realize I have a strong interest in STEM, and that the advanced coursework it's exactly what I thought it would be.
Thanks. Why did the rest of you apply to the Gatton Academy? Jonathan, why did you?
I've known about the Gatton Academy for quite some time because my parents have a family friend whose son went. So I've known from probably elementary school about it, and I've always sort of been interested in STEM. So hearing about a STEM school, it was very intriguing and very cool. And then as I got to like high school, I was starting to get sort of to the top of the math that my high school could like more easily allow me to take. So it coming to Gatton, it was just a lot more opportunity. So I knew that I had wanted to apply.
Thanks. How about you, Maggie?
So at my old school, I did take like lots of APs, but I also had the same experience as Ava where it got to the point where it didn't seem like it was challenging enough and I wanted to take like higher level courses. And then also at my sending school, we had specific like classes that you would take every year, and I kind of wanted the opportunity to be able to take whatever classes I wanted. So, like, put an emphasis on biology, and I can take it like several semesters rather than being just my senior year.
And maybe this is a place for me to say, not necessarily related to Gatton, that any restrictions on when you can take AP courses is purely at the district level because College Board does not say that. It's open to students who are ready to do it. So Jaime, why'd you apply?
My gift and talented coordinator mentioned it to me in the eighth grade near the end of the year, and I didn't give it much thought until my sophomore year when I really enjoyed my chemistry class and my chemistry teacher, and he brought it back up to me again, and he was like, "Hey, you should apply to this because my school doesn't go like too deep into chemistry, so like coming to GAN is like chemistry's cool. Chemistry's real cool."
So all of you at the Gatton Academy take only university courses and you fulfill any high school requirements that you have not finished with college courses. You also have the opportunity to engage in research. Um, those of you who've done research, what did you do and did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you're up, Ava.
I did. Began doing research with a molecular microbiologist at WKU, and I began doing that second semester of junior year. And then I worked with him using Gatton's RIG opportunity research internship grant. They funded about $3,000 for me to work with him over the summer. And then I spent about 8 weeks doing that, and I'm continuing to research with him. We're specifically studying bacteriophage biology. So it was a great opportunity to be able to work with him.
Thanks. And research is not a requirement, it's an opportunity. Have the others of you engaged in research? No for Jaime. How about you, Maggie?
I haven't done research here at WKU, but like Ava said, I also participated in Gatton's research internship grant. So this past summer, I had the opportunity to do research at Coastal Carolina University, and me and my mentor studied polycystic kidney disease and like the pathways behind what causes that and how we can find drugs that can help prevent it.
Great. How about you, Jonathan?
I'm currently working on research with Dr. Zheng here at WKU to make a website tool for computer science classes that will have that shows a diagram of like different relationships in the code, so like class structure and things like that. I'm working with two others on it, but
So this is an important opportunity, not for everyone, but for most Gatton students to be involved with some research. I'm going to tell you something someone said to me once, and I think that you all will smile at this. I know all of those listening will. But someone asked me, do we really have enough bright kids in Kentucky to fill the Gatton Academy? And I was horrified, absolutely horrified that someone would think that. We certainly in Kentucky have lots of incredibly capable young people. So, if you were suggesting to someone why they should apply to the Gatton Academy, what would you put first?
Um, I think one of the things I first mentioned is that it is a STEM program. So maybe if they aren't as interested in that, then it might not be the greatest fit for them. But if they do have interest in like any of the sciences or math, then uh, I go on. I mentioned that everyone here at least is somewhat interested in that. So it's like a community that we all might not be the same interests, but they're at least similar.
And that's probably one of the best things about it is that there are pretty specific interests that can be matched with others with that same interest. What would you say, Maggie?
I would say, this is gonna sound cheesy, it's just the first thing that came to my head, but like Gatton's like infinite possibilities, where it's like I would kind of say the opposite of Jonathan, that no matter what you're interested in, you will be able to find something here that matches your interests and will challenge you. So even if you're not interested in STEM, like you will still take the STEM courses and be challenged, but you can still pursue like what you want to at a higher level.
How about you, Jaime? What would you say?
The first thing that came to my mind was the community aspect, like Jonathan mentioned. That this place is amazing for anyone, like Maggie said, not even STEM focus related, to find like just a community where you can talk about this type of stuff with other people and relate to with other people.
And that's a win. Ava, what will you add?
I definitely think that, as all three of them are saying, the community is like a highlight of Gatton, but I also feel that being able to take such diverse coursework, so not just biology, which I'm primarily interested in, but also take classes in computer science and chemistry and higher level math, which are requirements of the curriculum at Gatton. Um, it has definitely, I feel like, raised my foundation. So going into like actual university, I feel like I'll be more prepared.
Is there a question for our panelists, Tyler?
I don't see anything posted right now.
Okay, so let me conclude this panel discussion by saying that Gatton students follow a curriculum. They all take math each year, starting wherever they test in. They all take biology, chemistry, physics, computer science, and a second course in one of those areas. For a sequence, they have other classes in science that they can choose from. Plus, they fulfill the regular requirements for graduating from high school. You are indeed where there are infinite opportunities, possibilities. And I am wanting to thank you each on a Saturday morning for joining us. I would like to thank everyone who has been on our Gifted Education update today. Thank you for being here, and I wish you well on this beautiful Saturday. Thank you so much.